Hello, I wanted to share a personal story when I was a teenager that kind of goes along with what I learned in chapter 11. Okay, this story is very personal for me and is very sentimental for me. But when I was 14, I was pregnant. I ended up going to get an ultrasound when I was probably about 7 months pregnant along. When I was there, they couldn't find a heartbeat. So it was this lady that she was called a resource mother. She was there with me, and they didn't say anything to me, but they told her. So the only thing they told me is that if I had any cramping or bleeding, just go to the emergency room. So when I left, I was babysitting my neighbor's son, and I had ended up falling down the steps with her son, and that's what caused me to start cramping later on that day. So my mom took me to the ER, and they were telling me that, just explaining to me, by me being 14, I really didn't know what was going on. And she was basically saying, okay, the baby's not alive, but you're still going to have to go in labor with the baby. So they kind of induced me. So I went in labor with her, and they told me that the baby wasn't getting enough oxygen through the umbilical cord. So that's how she ended up passing in the womb. But by me being that age, it was like the grieving process. I really didn't understand the grieving process. I really didn't understand what was going on. And that's why I'm thinking that's why they didn't tell me what was really going on, because they didn't think I was going to be able to handle it. At that time, I didn't know how to feel. I didn't understand grief, as I was saying. I was shocked, trying to figure out what went wrong. Emotionally, I didn't know how to process. I really didn't know how to process. As a 14-year-old, how can you process about being pregnant and having a stillborn? It's in there. So now that I learned about adolescent, it makes more sense to me. In chapter 11, it was stating, it talks about how a teenage brain is still growing, especially the parts that help them with decision making, emotions, understanding situations. I just didn't have the skills yet to handle something that big. My mind could not process that. So now that I understand, adolescents, they can't process things that adults can. So thank you for listening. Thank you.